This time, Will, I'm going to get you now. This time... I guess I didn't get you. No, you had it. You had it. Next basket gets free dinner. All right, you guys better make sure y'all get this on camera, because I'm going to push him out.
Deep and Havlicek steals it. Over the stand goal. Havlicek stole the ball.
Starr begins the count. Takes the snap. He's got the quarterback thinking he's able to touchdown. The Green Bay Packers are going to be world champions.
Affirmed under a left-hand whip. Allier on the outside driving. Affirmed to Allier. Heads apart. Here's the pitch by Downing. Swinging. There's a drive in the left center field. That ball is going to be out of here. It's gone. It's 7-15. There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
How long since you've been to a playground?
Oh, it's been a long time. They used to play in Philly on the playground, basketball, but here they play something different. A game of volleyball is played much more aptly here in California.
Which you're very involved with, right?
Love it.
You grew up in Philadelphia, right?
That's right. That's right.
And you played a lot of sports, and you were good in a lot of sports, too, man.
Well, I think I was good in a lot of sports, right. I started off actually in track and field.
Compared to your classmates,
well, 3 or 4 inches bigger, but in junior high school, I really just took off. When I got out of junior high school, 9th grade, I was about 6'11".
In 1952, a long-legged schoolboy named Wilton Norman Chamberlain suits up for Overbrook High. The Big Dipper, as he is called, is an immediate sensation. Popping in 90 points in a single game and averaging 37 per outing, Wilt Chamberlain has college and pro scouts drooling.
You must have had fantastic offers from college. I mean, from all over the country. Everybody in the world must have recruited you.
Well, at that time, they said I probably was the most sought after schoolboy, about 200 to 250 offers. And as you know, I chose Kansas.
In 1956, young Wilt Chamberlain makes his varsity debut as a sophomore. Averaging 30 points, 19 rebounds, and 9 block shots per game, he leads Kansas to a 24-2 record and a berth in the NCAA Finals against top-ranked North Carolina. With the Tar Heels triple-teaming Chamberlain, the game goes into overtime.
It was about 3 seconds to go, and we were 1 point down, and one of our teammates was supposed to pass the ball to me on a high lob, give me a chance to dunk the ball. He threw me a pass about with the 3 guys in front of me, went right into their hands, and I tell you,
you lost your chance to win.
That was it.
You left school your junior year, though. You didn't stay for your senior year. You left Kansas after your junior year. What made you make that decision?
I had some offers which were kind of interesting time. There was a team out called the Harlem Clowns, which was composed of some ex-Globetrotter guys, Goose Tatum and Marcus Haynes, and they sent me a photostep copy of a check for $100,000, and were offering me $100,000 to play with two of them for about 6 months. Now, $100 grand was unheard of money in those particular days. I mean, guys like yourself, y'all make that all the time. Me, hey, $100,000, I would have jumped off the Empire State Building.
You end up really playing for the Harlem Globetrotters.
That's right.
They
actually,
$65,000 a year or something.
$65,000 a year, and bonuses if they said that the houses had X amount of people.
Right.
So there I was counting the houses all the time.
With their huge new attraction, the Harlem Globetrotters draw 20% more fans in 1958. While the Clown Princes of basketball show off around the world, 22-year-old Wilt Chamberlain learns to handle the ball. In the midst of the Trotter Circus, Chamberlain plays the straight man, wowing millions and honing his skills for a budding pro career.
I feel as though the Globetrotters actually helped me a lot more than people can ever really realize. Even though they were sort of a team that was a clowning team, I didn't really clown. I played basketball.
Well, in 1959, you moved to the NBA your rookie year, and you killed them, didn't you?
Well, it was an interesting year time. It was interesting because I don't think most of the pros expected me to do exactly what I did.
Even against the world's best players, Wilt Chamberlain is simply unstoppable. The 7-foot 1-inch dunk artist lifts his Philadelphia Warriors from last place to second. As a 23-year-old rookie, Chamberlain is named the league's most valuable player. In his third season, 25-year-old Wilt Chamberlain maintains an astonishing 50-point-per-game average. Then on March 2nd, 1962, against the New York Knicks, Chamberlain chases an unthinkable achievement. After 3 periods, the Dipper has 69 points, and the crowd is buzzing with excitement.
Wilt Chamberlain has the shot at a 100-point game tonight. He's already broken his own record of 78 points in a game. He's scoring at will now. Dunk shot, good. Wilt has 98. Wilt needs one more hoop. He gets a pass, grabs it, and dunks it through. 100 points for Wilt Chamberlain. The most amazing one-man show in basketball history.
I know it seems like a miracle number to a lot of the people, but I could have scored 100 a number of other times. But if I had a better day and had a better cause, I believe it would have been more important to me. But, you know, Tom, you take averaging 50 points a game. To me, that was phenomenal. Right. To go out on the court and say, hey, in order for me to hit my average, I have to score 50 tonight. And if I score anything under 50, then I'm really not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
One thing you did have trouble with, now I know, was free throws. But
well, that's where I made my money, Tom.
We're going to play more horses now.
All right.
We're going to see if I can take some of that money from you.
All right, okay. All right.
I'm first up.
First up. All right.
Do this.
Watch out. Wait, keep your feet right. That's fine. Good.
This next instruction.
Get the hair out of your eyes. Get the hair out of your eyes.
Oh, no! All right. I'll be looking good here.
That's not bad.
All right, let's go. Underhand or overhand, and you got to stay behind the line.
Behind the line?
Just don't be jumping up here. Left-handed.
Well, that's more like me right there. See what I mean?
There were so many times that you got right to the end of the NBA playoffs and lost to the Boston Celtics. Well, it had to be very frustrating for you.
Of course. I think it's a really a tough position to be in when you can go all the way to, you know, like the finals and lose in the last minute, the last seconds, and realize that, you know, a point or two was the difference. But for people who are watching, for people who are remembering, they only remember that you lost.
From the start, Wilt Chamberlain's pro career is marred by near misses in playoff competition. Year after year, his teams come up short against the powerful Boston Celtics. In his first 7 seasons, Chamberlain's teams lose 5 playoffs to Boston. Although he is the NBA's top scorer and rebounder, Chamberlain is branded a loser by the press and is widely blamed for his team's repeated failures.
When you lose to the same team, like Boston, and they have a great center like Russell, they tend sometimes to point fingers and say, hey, you know what, you lost because he was better than you. Russell being, you know, the center there of the great Boston teams, and of course the media helped the player play it up and make it for what it was.
Wilt Chamberlain versus Bill Russell. Through the 1960s, this duel stands out as the most intense personal rivalry in all of sport and contributes mightily to the growing interest in professional basketball. The 7'1" Chamberlain is a scoring machine. The 6'10" Russell, a defensive genius. Chamberlain consistently out-rebounds Russell and outscores him almost 2-1. But then, Russell has all of the championship rings. So the debate rages on. Who is basketball's best big man? Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell?
Russell, as I said, had a lot of pluses going for him, you know, because he had one job to do and one job only. I had several that I had to do. I had to score at times, to rebound, to play defense. And, you know, I did it the best I could. I think that most of my teams did the best they could. I think the Boston teams were just better. The coaching was just better. So, therefore, they won the big ones.
The team was better, but it does not necessarily mean that one individual was better than the other.
Oh, no, I don't think as far as individual talent goes that Russell even comes close.
Well, going to the 1966-67 season, you'd lost to the Celtics 5 times. But now, 1966-67, that season, you put together a tremendous team.
Well, actually, you know, it takes a time for a team to mesh, you know. I believe we had just meshed. With the addition of Alex Hannum as a coach, I think we had arrived. But we had just some tremendous talent.
In 1966-67, it appears the Philadelphia 76ers have finally found the winning combination.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia 76ers with head coach Alex Hannum. The starting lineup at guards, number 15, Al Greer. Number 24, Wally Jones. The forwards, number 25, Chet the Jet Walker. Number 54, Luke Jackson. And at center, number 13, Wilt Chamberlain.
At age 30, Wilt Chamberlain is determined to rid himself of that uncomfortable loser's tag. A stronger and more mature Chamberlain tries out the role of passer in his 8th NBA season and finds it much to his liking. With a well-balanced attack, the 76ers win 68 of 81 regular season games to set an NBA record. Still, the Sixers must beat the Boston Celtics in the playoffs or go home losers once more.
Chamberlain backing in on Russell. Finger roll, no good. Battle for the rebound. Chamberlain gets it and lays it up and in.
The tables have finally turned. The Sixers crush Boston in 5 games and earn the right to meet the San Francisco Warriors for the NBA crown.
6th game of the NBA Finals. The 76ers trying to nail down the title. Sixers with the ball here in the 4th quarter. Cunningham, jumper, no good. Norman gets the rebound, and here come the Warriors. Cunningham steals it. Pass underneath to Chamberlain. Wilt's got 24. Sixers by 1. The Warriors need to answer now. Thurman off the front rim, no good. Battle underneath. Wally Jones intercepts. Oh, what a ball game this is. Philadelphia in the driver's seat now. Jones to Luke Jackson. Jump shot, good. The Sixers win 125-122. They're mobbing Chamberlain, and oh, is he ever happy. Wilt has finally won the big one.
After getting close so many times, Wilt, to a championship, even in college and then the NBA, finally winning that world championship must have been a great feeling for you.
Well, actually it was. You know, probably it took months for it to really sink in time, but once again, I must, really illuminate on the fact that we had such a great basketball team.
The year after the championship in Philadelphia, breakdown between the front office and the players and the coaches and everything, you get traded to the Los Angeles Lakers, to what should be the all-time team ever. You get yourself, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor on the same team.
Well, it should have been, maybe by some people's opinion. I don't think so. Because it's right back to what we were talking before, Tom. Both of those guys are shooters. Right. The Lakers had scorers. I mean, Jerry and Elgin carried the scoring load.
And yourself, too. You were a great scorer.
And I was a scorer then, But unfortunately for us, and it proved to be valid now, Elgin was on his way out. He was on his last legs. He'd given the crowds multitudes of great games, and he was just about through. Jerry had some years left. So really, it was just really Jerry and I as far as the superstar syndrome was concerned. But when you got past Jerry and I, we didn't have anybody else.
1969, at the end of the season, the playoffs, the second game, another dramatic confrontation. Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. This time, Chamberlain with the Lakers, Russell with the Celtics. Seventh game.
Here we go again. The 8th time Chamberlain and Russell have squared off in the playoffs. The Celtics lead by 15 as we start the 4th quarter in the LA Forum. Chamberlain wins the tap. Baylor gets it to Freddie Crawford. Layup. Celtics now trying to hang on. Havlicek jump shot, no good. Chamberlain gets the rebound and he calls timeout. The big guy is in pain. And Laker coach Butch von Wiedekop is going to have to take Chamberlain out of the game.
I came out in the 4th quarter with a knee problem, have it iced up, and then when it was iced up, I felt like I could go back in. I asked to go back in the game, and Butch just thought maybe the center who was playing was doing a sufficient job. I think though Butch really wanted to see the Lakers win without.
The Celtics lead by 3 with just under a minute to play. They can ice it with a basket here. Siegfried trapped in the right corner. Now, Hundo Havlicek in trouble. Ball pops loose to Nelson. Jumper bounces in. What a basket. The Celtics have just run out the clock now. Boston will win its 11th title in 13 years. And we're wondering what happened to Wilt Chamberlain.
In that 7th game, Wilt, of the playoffs against the Celtics, Bill Russell, after the game, which turned out to be his last game, his final game in the NBA, said that the only way you could come out of that game is with a broken leg. And it did put a strain on the friendship that the two of you had, didn't it?
I would say that we were very, very close friends, and that's why the comment was really something that really kind of got to me, and I looked forward to hearing it come from him some way. I mean, it's not a misquote, and so I thought maybe it was something that someone had misquoted Russell as saying. Later on, I found out it wasn't a misquote, and I felt as though Russell should explain it to me, which he never has, and we've never talked since.
The Lakers finally, now a couple years later, get a new coach, Bill Sharman, right? And they get a couple new players, and you guys really put it all together.
Beginning on November 5th, 1971, the Lakers launch a phenomenal winning streak. Against the Atlanta Hawks, LA shoots for a record-setting 23rd straight win.
The Lakers well in control here in the 4th quarter. Goodrich working Maravich on the baseline. Jump shot. Good. Atlanta ball now. Bellamy inside. Blocked by Chamberlain. Hairston outlet pass to Goodrich. To West for an easy 2. The Lakers have done it. Their 23rd win in a row. A new NBA record.
For 10 more games, the Lakers continue their winning ways. Their 33-game winning streak is the longest in the history of professional sports, and Los Angeles is a clear favorite to take the 1972 NBA championship.
The Lakers come out for the 5th game of the 1972 NBA Finals. They need just one more win over the Knicks to wrap up the title. Late in the 4th quarter, Jerry West dribbles right. Gets it back to McMillan. West shakes free against DeBusschere and puts it up. Lakers lead by 14. Knicks with the ball. Bill Bradley running jumper straight, but it's too late for the Knicks. Now Chamberlain in the lane. Gets his own rebound and dunks it. 24 points for Wilt. This one's in the bag. For the first time in the 12 years since they moved from Minneapolis, the Lakers are NBA champs. Final score, Lakers 114, Knicks 100. A 5-game rout for the Lakers. It's the first championship for Jerry West, the second for Wilt Chamberlain, and a fitting climax to a phenomenal season.
those guys really played really great together, and we had another year together, so we were the team to beat, and we just really played that way. But as great as that team was, and we won the championship that year, no way does that team compare with the 67, 68 team, I believe, you know. And I say 68,
in Philadelphia,
right, in Philadelphia. I say 68, even though we lost it, we still were a much better team than any team I'd ever played on.
One thing you got to do for me, just for me, you got to give me your all-time NBA team.
My all-time NBA team.
Guards.
Well, you know, the guards are easy. Oscar Robertson and Jerry West. That's really very, very easy for me. But the forwards really become a problem because you can have a lot of different choices in forwards, you know. But I think if I had to really pick
two, I
got to go with Rick Barry and Elgin Baylor.
Who would your center be?
You're sitting next to him, brother.
I love it. You're my pick, too.
All right. Thank you.
Wilt Chamberlain. Career scoring average, 30 points per game. NBA scoring champion 7 times. NBA rebounding champ 11 times. Wilt Chamberlain never fouled out of a single game. Pro basketball's all-time leading scorer and rebounder. Most valuable player 4 times. Wilt Chamberlain, the most dominant figure in basketball history.